Welcome back to another episode of Going Crazy in Quarantine. I'll be your host today, John Rogers with Trec Fit Lab. Today we're going to go over some movements to get you prepped for today's workout, okay? So a little bit of mobility to start. We'll do some T-spine work, okay? First thing, just do a little bit of cat-cow, okay? Now, what we want to try and do for this cat-cow is really isolate the movement through our T-spine. So we don't want to have too much movement coming through a lumbar. We want to try and keep that locked in and then really try and get as much movement as you can through your T-spine, okay? So as you're doing this, you should feel like you're kind of keeping that core braced a bit more so you're not getting that extra little bit of a lift or a kind of a arch, I guess, in your low back, okay? So we're gonna go for about 15 of those, and we're gonna go nice and slow and just really concentrating on trying to move that upper back as much as you can, okay? Next movement, we're gonna go into oh, I had this thing ready to go, and it's falling down my pants. Found it. Gotcha. All right, so we're gonna roll your traps out, okay? So we're gonna take lacrosse ball. We're gonna put it under your trap, okay? Now we want it to be kind of in that upper meaty area, okay? So if you feel like it's on a bone, then you're probably a little bit too low and too far out away from your midline. Once you have it in the right spot, I want you to kind of press your upper back down, and then I just want you to try and reach up as high as you can, okay? Try and get that bicep right next to the ear, and we're gonna go for about 10 reaches straight up, and then from there, I want you to go into 10 snow angels, okay? So try to bring that arm along the ground, and then back to the side, to the top, okay? So we're gonna go for about 10 of the straight up, and then 10 of the snow angels. You'll do both sides, okay? From there, we're gonna go into a little bit of structural balance work. First thing we're gonna go into is just going to be the plank touches or shoulder taps. So when you go into that shoulder or that plank position, and then we're just looking to touch one shoulder at a time. Now, as we're doing this, we want to make sure that we're keeping everything nice and still, okay? So we don't want to be kind of shifting from side to side. Really use that core to kind of keep everything nice and tight, okay? We're gonna go for 16 touches per side, okay? So that's gonna be a good amount of time. And make sure that you're not kind of letting those hips droop down. Let's stay nice and tight, okay? Movement we're gonna pair with that is what we call a side lying Powell raise, okay? First most important part, the George Costanza, okay? Now from there, I'm gonna use this just in case you don't have a light dumbbell. If this is really heavy for you, you can use like a soup can, something that's just gonna give you a bit of a challenge, and we're gonna keep that shoulder blade locked in, lift straight up, control that down, tap the floor, back up again, okay? So we're looking to get that bicep to the chin, okay? And then really try and keep that back nice and flat, and try not to use momentum. No kipping, okay? Shoulder blade down, controlled movements. All right, so those are our structural balance movements for the day, and now we'll go into the workout. First movement is going to be a basic kettlebell swing. We're gonna do 20 of them, okay? So 2 hands on. If you feel like this is like something that's too light for you, then just do 1 hand and just kind of split the reps from side to side. So for a kettlebell swing, nice flat low back, we're gonna pull that back in between the legs and then use those hips to get that swinging, okay? So that's gonna be 20 reps. You can try one arm, you can try the other arm, all right? If you got a breakable container, maybe don't drop it, it'd be a bit more of a mess, okay? Next movement is going to be 10 per side of push press, all right? So we're gonna hold that bar, dumbbell, kettlebell, Lysol container in your front rack position, and just gonna do a little dip with the legs and then drive up overhead, right there, okay? That overhead lockout finish position, bicep right next to the ear, good. If you feel like this weight just isn't heavy enough for you, then don't use your legs. Just go straight arm only press, strict overhead press, okay? It's gonna be 10 per side, all right? Next movement is going to be kettlebell slash dumbbell slash Lysol container, kneeling up downs, all right? So this is a bit of a new movement. Probably get a towel or like a mat, some kind of thing that's going to pad your knees, and you're going to bring both knees down into kind of like a kneeling position, and then step yourself back up, okay? Now, as you do this, try and alternate which leg you are using, okay? So if one comes down, other one comes back up, all right? And you're going to do 10 per side, all right? And then the last piece of this one, we did this the other day, a crunch hold with side touches. So starting flat on your back, you're gonna crunch the rib cage down, pull those shoulder blades up off the floor, hands down on the side, and then just turning from side to side. And you're going to do 20 of these, okay? So it's gonna be 20 on each side for a bit of fuego in the abs, all right? So that's gonna be 4 rounds through, and let's try and push this one a little bit, okay? Now, make sure when you're doing these workouts, you guys, that you're not pushing so hard that you get that lung burny feeling. Any kind of like that like tin or burning feeling getting in your lungs is just going to make you a bit more susceptible to catching some kind of disease that might be going around. Okay, so let's just let's try and keep the intensity down just a little bit over or under 100%. Okay, so let's make sure we stay happy, stay healthy, keep on moving, and try and stay in contact with everybody. Okay, have a good day, you guys. We'll see you tomorrow.